when I told you guys I'll be teaching you how to make a good quality multi-purpose liquid soap, something very quality that you can sell to make money, I wasn't joking. I'll be teaching you all the secrets you need to use to make your liquid soap come out clear, like how to make a clear, transparent, multi-purpose liquid soap. And this is not just ordinary teaching. I sell this liquid soap and I know how to make it. You don't have to pay me anything, just learn how to make this soap and then make money for yourself. So if you want to learn how to make this liquid soap, watch this video to the end. Now let's get down to business. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay. If you're just joining, you're welcome and I'm super glad to have you here. So you guys, today I'll be teaching you how to make a quality multi-purpose liquid soap. Now this is another way to make your multi-purpose liquid soap. Now if you have watched my previous video, you already know these ingredients. And if you haven't watched my previous video on how to make your quality multi-purpose liquid soap, please do go and watch it so that you can learn about all these ingredients, because I don't have much time to explain it all in details like I did in my previous video. So today what I'll be teaching you guys is how to measure your ingredients to be on a safe space. Now please, if you note, what I have here is 231 grams of soda ash, but what we need here is 250 grams. Now this is why you have to be careful with your measurement, especially when you're buying it from the store. So if you don't have a scale at home, please, whenever you're getting your ingredients, please pay attention and make sure that they give you the correct measurement, because most of these people don't even measure it. They feel that they are already used to the measurement and they just put whatever they like. So when you get home, sometimes you find out that most of the measurements are just not correct. So please pay attention to the measurement whenever you're getting your ingredients. So now what we need here is to be very sure of the measurement, because when you're sure about the measurement, it makes your soap to come out perfect. So if you want to get a perfect soap, please get this scale. It is very affordable. This small scale here is very affordable, so it is very important you get your scale, because that way you're going to monitor your measurements and your ingredients, and that way it will give you the perfect result that you want. And another thing is that some of these people tamper with their scale just to cheat people. So please, after measuring with their own scale, please measure with your own scale to be sure of the measurement. That's the truth. If not, you're just going to lose out, or it's going to ruin your soap. Now for the first ingredient, what I have here is soda ash, and for the soda ash we'll be needing 250 grams of soda ash. Now please take note, in my first video I taught you guys how to make 20 liters of liquid soap with 10-liter ingredients with that method. Now I'm going to be teaching you how to make 30 liters of liquid soap with 20-liter ingredients with another method. So the first ingredient I have here is soda ash. You're going to soak your soda ash, and what we have here is 250 grams of soda ash. Now for this measurement, if you've watched the previous video, all you have to do is to just increase the measurements. So I'm going to leave the measurement in this description box, so after watching, please go on and get the ingredients from my description box. Now for this soda ash, we're going to soak it with 2-liter water, so please just pay attention. So after soaking your soda ash, just make sure you stir it very well before you leave it, and then go on and soak your caustic soda. And this caustic soda, please be very careful. It is too harsh. The reason I don't like using too much of it. So for the 30 liters of liquid soap, I'll be using 50 grams of caustic soda. Some people tend to use a lot of this caustic soda. It is very harmful. If you put too much of it, it's going to peel your skin whenever you're using it. It's going to peel your hands. So please just use a little bit of it. Some people will even use as much as 200 grams or 250 grams. It is not good for the skin. So please, the work of this is to just remove dirt from wherever you're washing, which a little bit of it can go a long way. So for the caustic soda, just soak it, stir it very well, and it's usually hot. Please be very careful, and then keep it to cool completely. And for the next ingredients, we're going to be measuring out our SLS. For the SLS, we need 250 grams. Now in my previous video, most of the ingredients we used were 125, 250, 125, 250. So for this particular one, we're going to be using 2 times of our previous measurement. So for the SLS, if you notice, when I poured the first ingredients they gave me, it was supposed to be 250 grams. When I poured the first nylon of the SLS, it was supposed to be 250 grams, but because it wasn't complete, I had to complete it with the extra one I got. Now this is a close look of SLS. It looks exactly like rice, and it's a foam booster. It helps your soap to lather very well, and SLS is the base ingredient for detergent. That is what they use in making detergent, which I'll be teaching you in my next video, how to make your detergent. Now moving on, so after pouring your water into your SLS, make sure you stir it very well. You're going to stir it very well because that will help it to dissolve easily. So please make sure you stir it very well so that it can dissolve easily. If not, it's going to take extra time to dissolve. So stir it very well. Now please take note, this is another secret to make your liquid soap come out perfect in terms of thickness. As you're making a 30 liters liquid soap, you need to use at least 10 liters of the water to soak all your soakable ingredients, which is exactly what I did here. Now moving on, for the next ingredient, I have STPP, and for the STPP we need 250 grams. Now this is what I'm saying about the measurement. You see, we're supposed to have 250 from the measurement they gave me. Now as you can see, it is not up to 250. I think it's about 244 or 241. Yes, exactly 241. So I'm going to add extra one to complete 250 grams. So please, it is very important you pay attention when they're selling your product to you, your ingredients to you, or it is very important you get your scale, and after buying from the shop, you try and get extra small quantity to use and complete your liquid soap. Now for the STPP, we're going to be soaking it. So now this is how you soak your ingredients. Please don't add too much water at once because most of these ingredients takes time to dissolve. So you need to add a little bit of the water and stir it, and then add the remaining one. So for this also, we are going to be soaking it with 2 liters. So the cup I'm using here, which is the measuring cup, is 1 liter. So the measurement is 1 liter. So please make sure you buy these measuring tools. It will help you a lot. If you have all these measuring tools, it will help you a lot, and it will make your soap to come out well. Now for the next ingredient, you'll be using sodium sulfate, and for the sodium sulfate we need 500 grams. And now you can see this particular one is extra, so we're supposed to get 250 and 500 from the measurement they gave me. Now as you can see, it came out over 500, so I'm going to reduce it. So don't take because it is too much and then you pour it into your soap, or you go ahead and use it. Please, when it's extra, please reduce it, because any little thing can affect your soap. So please try and work with measurement. I know why I'm repeating this, because most of you will come and tell me my soap did not come out well. Please follow exactly what I'm teaching you. It will help you a lot. This really works with measurement. It's just like when you're baking a cake. Any little mistake you make with the measurement can affect the outcome of your cake. So it's like that. So we used 500 grams of sodium sulfate, and we're going to soak it as well. So to soak your sodium sulfate, you're going to use 2 liters of water to soak it. Now for those of you that want to make 10 liter or 20 liters, all you just have to do is to divide the measurement into 2 and use one of it. So like I used 2 liters of water to soak the 500 grams of sodium sulfate. If you're soaking 250 grams of sodium sulfate, you're going to use 1 liter of water. So these are our soakable ingredients. This is the ones we soak. You're going to leave it until it has fully cleared in color. So it's going to cool completely or dissolve completely, and it will look exactly like this. Now at this point, you know that your ingredients or your soaked ingredients is ready for use. So I left it for about 3 hours, and after 3 hours, this is how it looks. So you're going to soak it ahead of time before you start making your soap. You're going to leave it for at least 2 to 3 hours so that the hot ones can cool completely, and then the ones that needs to dissolve will dissolve completely. Now we use 10 liters of water to soak those other ingredients. Now this is 20 liters of water, and that is what we are going to use for our based ingredient. Now to make our base, or to make the liquid base, we're going to be using Milo Cell. So you can either get Milo Cell or you can get Nitrocell. Now for the Milo Cell, I'm going to be using 120 grams of Milo Cell. And for this, one of it is 60, the other one is 60. So altogether is 120 grams. Now in my previous video, what we used was 60 grams of Milo Cell, and this Milo Cell serves as a thickener. Now like I said earlier, if you have not watched my previous video, please go and watch it so you can understand all this. Now for this Milo Cell, you have to be very careful at this stage, because you really need to make sure that you dissolve it completely. If you did not dissolve it completely, you might get lumps in your soap. So please, I like to add the water bit by bit and dissolve it completely before adding the following ingredients. Now for the 20 liters of water, we're going to be taking it bit by bit. We're going to use all, or we're going to just remain a little bit of the water that we use and mix our remaining ingredients at the end of the video. So this is how you're going to dissolve your Milo Cell. Please make sure you crush it well with your wooden spoon or your mixing whatever. So continue to mix and stir it completely until you are sure that all the ingredients have fully dissolved, and then you can continue to add the remaining water bit by bit. And after that, stir it, and when you can notice the difference between ordinary water and the one you're mixing, you can proceed and add the following ingredients. If you're using Nitrocell, you're going to mix it until it becomes thick before you can add the following ingredients. But for this Milo Cell, just make sure you mix it very well, and then you can add the following ingredients. Now for the next ingredient to add here, we're going to add our first ingredient, which is caustic soda, the one I told you that is very harsh. So that's the first thing to add after mixing your Milo Cell. So you're going to pour it, and when you add your caustic soda, your liquid soap will become thick. So it's going to make the consistency thick at this point. Now you can notice the change. You can notice the drastic change in the mixture. So as soon as you add that and mix it very well, when it becomes thick, you can go on and add your soda ash. Now for this soda ash, most people prefer to like mix it immediately and pour it inside the soap, but for me, I like to mix all these ingredients, soak it for a while before using it. It helps your soap to come out clear in color. Now for the next ingredient to add, you are going to add your STPP. So after adding the caustic soda, you add your soda ash, and after adding the soda ash, you add your STPP, and then mix it all. Now you can see how thick the soup is becoming, and then you can go on and add your sodium sulfate. Now when you add this sodium sulfate, it's going to loosen the consistency of your soap. So when you add the first two ingredients, your soap is going to be very thick, but the moment you add your sodium sulfate, it's going to reduce the consistency. It's going to be very light. So when you notice that the soap is now light or very light, don't be scared. After you add the sodium sulfate, you add your SLOS, and the soap will completely turn back to water form, which is what you're seeing in the video. So it's no longer going to be thick, but at this point, do not panic. Just go on and add the remaining ingredients. And for the next ingredient, you're going to be adding our sulfonic acid. And for this sulfonic acid, we're going to be using 1 liter. So one of the container is 75 cl. So we're going to be using 2, which makes 1 liter. So when you add it, your soap will start to thicken back. When you start adding your sulfonic acid and mix it properly, please make sure that someone is helping you to add the following ingredients, because you need to stir it continuously. So when you add it, it starts to thicken back. Now for the next ingredient, you're going to be adding your Texapon. And for the Texapon, we're going to be using 500 grams of Texapon. So one is 250 and the other one is 250. So I'm going to be using 2 of it, which makes 500 grams of Texapon. So when you add the first one, if the ingredients are not together, but I would advise you to get it differently. So if it is not together, just add it at once and then mix it very well. So I had to put this one up by myself because this is chemical. The other person is not wearing any glove, and I'm wearing gloves so I can touch all these ingredients. So that's why you need to watch the other video, because I strictly give warning on how to be safe when making this soap. All this is chemical. You can see I'm even covering my leg. So please be very careful when making your soap. Now for this one, this is a foam booster. I've not really used this particular one before. I use Cocamide, which is Cocamide, but they don't have it. I got my ingredients from a different place this time, which is why most of the measurements were not accurate. So when I asked them about the foam booster, which is Cocamide, which I really love so much because it contains other good ingredients, contains other good properties in it, but they don't have it, so I just have to go with the one they have, but I try not to add too much. So for the next ingredient, you'll be needing preservative, and for the preservative I'll be using Methyl Paraben. I would list out all these ingredients on my description box, or before the end of the video I will drop it on the screen, so please pay attention. So I will now use some of the remaining water we have to mix the preservative, which is Methyl Paraben. Now you're going to add your preservative at this point and then give it a good mix. Mix it very, very well. And after that, you can then go on with the next process. I try to fasten this video so as to save your time, because it's already long. So I try to fasten it. Now at this point, you can see the soap is settling already. That's how you know that you're getting your soap right. Even at the point that you're still making the soap, it will start to settle. Now for the next ingredient, you're going to add glycerine. Now this glycerine is very important. It's going to help to protect your hands whenever you're using your soap, or for other people that are using the soap. It's going to make sure that the soap doesn't peel their hand. It will help to protect their skin, to avoid it peeling hands, or after washing soap you see that your hand is peeling. So this glycerine is going to help to protect your hand. Now for the next ingredient, you'll be needing the color, so you can go with any color of your choice. In my other video, I made the soap with orange color, and this time I'm going to go with green, which is a popular color. This particular color is very popular. A lot of people know this color when it comes to this liquid soap. So I'll be using green, and I sell this soap as well. So I have 3 colors in the market. So this particular green sells very well. So I will tell you that for a start, please go with the popular color, that everybody knows very well, which is green, if you're in Nigeria or anywhere. So just go with the green, and be very careful not to add too much of the color, because it will affect your soap. So now, after adding the color, you add any fragrance of your choice, any perfume or any fragrance you like, just add. For this one, I use lemongrass and frank. I use lemongrass and lavender. Yes, I use lavender and lemongrass, because this one is a multi-purpose liquid soap, so I don't want it to smell like orange or anything, because some people use it to wash their clothes and some use it for their dishes. So I want a very good color, a very good fragrance. And for other times, I use bombshell. Bombshell is very nice as well. So just use any good fragrance of your choice, and after that, just cover it and leave it for at least 48 hours. Please do not go on checking. You can check it either 2 or 3 times. Just leave it for at least 48 hours. Then you can go on and do the next process. Now you can see at this point our soap is ready for use. Now can you see the consistency? Can you see the how thick this soap is looking? Can you see the clear of, I don't know how else to say. Now you can see this is a quality multi-purpose liquid soap. Can you see the color? This is just like the ones you buy from the market. There's no difference. This is just like the one you get from companies. There's no difference. Can you see the color? You can see how clear it's looking. Now you can tell that this is not like a regular liquid soap that you've been doing or you've been learning from other people. You can see how clear it's looking, and you can also see how thick it is. So if you follow exactly everything I taught you in this video, your soap will come out perfect like this. Trust me. So even if you don't get it immediately, in your next try, it will come out perfectly. Just make sure that you keep replaying the video and keep following the process, and you will learn it. You don't need to go and pay to learn how to make this soap. It is very easy. Just look at the soap. Can you see how bright it's looking? Can you see? And when you pour this inside bottle, it's going to look perfect like normal sellable liquid soap. So this is the container I use to market my product. All you have to do is to just go to the market and select any beautiful container of your choice. Just make sure you go with something unique. Don't go with something that is already in the market. You just have to be unique on your own way. So just go with something very unique, and also make your labeling. It's very easy to make label and get a name for your soap, and then you start making your money. That's it. It's just that easy. Now can you see how this soap is looking already in the bottle? Is this not like normal Money Fresh or liquid soap you get from the store? Is this not exactly like it? Both the color, everything. Okay, so when you're adding your color, please don't add too much, because when this starts to settle down, the color will change. It will become more deep. So if you add too much color, it might look too dark. So when you're adding your color, be it any color, do not add too much. Just add a little bit of it, and don't be confused with don't be deceived with the initial color, because once your soap settles completely, the color will become deep. So please take note. So here are just the containers I use to sell my liquid soap. For this one, this is our 4 liter, and I think this is the 4 liter or 5 liter, and the small container I'm holding is 500 ml. So that's it. That's how you can brand your liquid soap and make good money from it. So the quality you make your soap, the higher you can sell it, the higher the price. So make it very unique, do the branding very neat, and then make your money. This is one of the best and lucrative business you can start with just a little amount of money. Trust me. Now you're going to get your ingredients. For example, if you're going to make this 30 liters of liquid soap, you're going to get your ingredients with let me say 10,000 naira. And the 10,000 naira now is because dollar is high right now. If not, before, you can get it as low as 7,000 naira, all these ingredients to make 30 liters. And when it's time to sell it, for example, this 4 liter, you can sell it at the rate of 7,000 naira. If you're retailing it, if you're selling it to supermarkets to resell, you can sell it at the rate of 6,500. So if you sell 2 of this 4 liter, you already have 13,000 or 15,000 naira. You see, you already have more than what you spent in making or producing your soap. It's a very good business to start. It's going to help to provide employment for you and for people around you. And you will also have your own brand. Or don't you want to answer a CEO? Yes, make yourself your own CEO. Everything you venture into right now gives money. It pays. So don't let anybody deceive you, or don't wait until you have billions to build an empire. You can start building your empire today with as low as 10,000 naira. It is that possible. So friend, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. If you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Gift and I'm super excited to welcome you here. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to watch my next video. And at the end of this video, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and also share this video to your friends. So friend, if there's any question, leave it in the comment section. I'm going to read and I'll answer you. You can follow me on my TikTok at Naturally Gift. You can also follow me on my Facebook. You can follow me on my Instagram. There you can ask any question of your choice and I'll be very glad to answer you. So friend, I'll see you on my next video, but before then, stay blessed and keep loving one another. Bye.